PK, the trade was, of course, a few weeks ago, but now that you're actually here, you had the jersey on yesterday going around town. What is it like for the first time in your career to have a different jersey on, be in a different setting? How are you feeling about all this?
I think the real question is, what is it like to sing Johnny Cash on the stage at Tootsie's? I am. You know what? It's been really, really fun. Nashville's a fun city with great people and great energy. And, you know, I'm a high energy person. Just really a zest for life, I guess you could say. I wake up every morning and I just try to be better person and better at what I do. And I feel like Nashville's the type of city that is filled with people like that. So coming here, I feel right at home. I feel really, really comfortable getting to meet staff and people in management. There's no question that this is a city that I'm going to embrace as a home. And yesterday, I think you guys all got a taste of that.
When you have the meeting with the coaches that you referenced, do you expect to have a lot of, hey, I like this, can we do some of this, or do you expect to just listen the whole time? And when do you think that meeting will take place, the first of those meetings will take place?
I'm not sure, you know, when the meeting's going to happen, but one thing I am sure is I am going to do a lot of listening. You know, I think that, you know, at the end of the day, I'm sure there's going to be things that they like, and there's going to be things that, hey, PK, try to do this, try to do that. I'm sure after my first game, there's going to be some corrections. I'm sure after game 82, there's going to be some things that they want me to do differently. So, you know, I always have an open mind just to getting better. And when you have the coaching staff that I'm going to have now, you know, I mean, I don't think you're doing yourself any help by not listening. So I think I'd probably rather do more listening than talking and soak it all in and just try to use that the best way I can on the ice.
Similarly, David's talking about the youth on this defense as a positive, which I'm sure in some ways it is, but defense a position where experience helps too, and could you end up missing something if there's nobody 30 or older on that unit?
Yeah, it's definitely different, you know, not having somebody older. I mean, I've always had Hal Gill or Andre Markov or someone like that, but there comes a time in your career where you have to take that jump and that step, and I don't think I'm doing it alone. I look at this team, whether it's just on the back end or not, we have guys like Fish and guys that we can look to that can give us that guidance, who have played with great players and great defensemen. So, you know, and at the end of the day, I think you can lean on someone like Mr. Housley to give you the advice. As a young player, being in the league, being traded, you know, coming into a situation of a team that's been great, where you want to help, but how to do that the right way. So I think it's all about your mindset. Like I said, I see it as an opportunity, and I want to take advantage of it.
PK, you referenced this at the beginning about the last several weeks sort of being a whirlwind. When you look back at it, if you've had time to sort of ruminate on what's been going on, what have you learned about yourself in the process of realizing you're leaving a team that drafted you and signed you to a large contract and moving to a new city and a new team? What's been the biggest lesson you think you've learned in that process?
I think just being excited of a new challenge. You know, there's mixed emotions, but deep down inside, I'm really excited about a new fresh start and a new chapter. I think when you think of your life, there's always moments that maybe you're not prepared for, and they come, and it's your mindset that determines what's going to happen. So I think for me, I had a positive mindset right from the start, and you know, I looked at it in a positive way, and I felt really good about it. I felt really good about the opportunity to come into a situation that had a great team, and you know, I felt that, you know, David and Lavi really looked at me as a player that they wanted to come on this team and make a difference, and I feel I can do that. Obviously, leaving Montreal was emotional for me. I have a lot of relationships there, a lot of great ties, and you know, I'll be connected to that city forever. But you know, now it's time, like I said, you know, Christmas Day is over and it's Boxing Day, and it's time to move on.
What's it like for you to go from an original six team where hockey is life to so many people for so many generations to come to a place like Nashville where there's great fan fervor, but it's still a relatively new professional hockey market.
Well, I don't want to belittle the Nashville fans or the energy that they have here, because all I've heard from the players is the energy in this building when they play and what happens in the playoffs. And I've played in this building, and the energy is amazing. The energy in the city is incredible. So Montreal's a special place, but this is a special place to play too. And like I said, let's give the fans a reason, and let's give people a reason to get on board. And let's get more fans involved. And by doing that, you got to win.
PK, by embracing the trade to this new city, is there a bit of you that's a little human and thinking, this trade has not been received well by the fans that you left in Montreal? They're a little upset that they've lost you to another team. How do you look at that, and does it make you feel a little good to know you'll be missed?
It's always great to have support from fans, regardless of whether you play in Montreal, you play in Boston, Nashville, Detroit, wherever. It's always great when fans from both your city that you play in and opposing cities show you love. And I think that playing in Montreal, I've had an extremely amazing relationship with the fan base there, and it's great to see that obviously fans cared about the fact that I'm not going to be there anymore. But listen, I got to give a lot of respect and credit to Shea Weber. He's a great hockey player, and they're getting a great hockey player, and he's a great person as well. And I think they're going to learn to like him there. But at the same token, obviously, I'm going to miss the fans of Montreal, and they're going to miss me. But come puck drop, it doesn't matter anymore. It's just we're ready to move on and turn the page and start a new chapter.
Wondering if you've heard from any of your new teammates and kind of what they've said, reached out to you.
Yeah, I had lunch with Ryan Ellis today and Fish. I've spoken to a couple guys. Obviously, I got to meet Roman Yossi. I spoke to James Neal a few times. I'm looking forward to just meeting everybody on the team. I have everyone's numbers now, so I'll be reaching out to them. Most guys are on vacation, so I always try to let guys enjoy their summer vacation, not bug them too much. And I'm sure they've seen a lot of what's been going on. So I'm going to take my time to reach out now that I'm back in North America. So. Yeah, but I've reached out to a few guys, and I'm excited to get down here, for training camp and to skate with the guys.
PK Subban this afternoon talking to the media, introduced over at Bridgestone Arena as he becomes the newest member of the Nashville Predators, traded in that deal for Shea Weber. It's going to be interesting, and there is interesting timing today in the fact that a former analytics guy for the Montreal Canadiens talked to TSN and some people up there. A big article and story came out today about how much he advised the Canadiens against making this trade, because the analytics, sort of the new age analytics of hockey, tell you how much better of a player Subban is for his team than Weber is necessarily. The biggest thing he stood on with that was goal differential, and that basically Subban comes out to be about 10 times more efficient for his team than Weber was. Now, there's a few things that factor into all of that, but at the end of the day, he said he told them, do not make this trade. It's a bad move for you long term. And that's why a lot of people think the Preds got the better end of this deal. You're talking about two all-star defensemen, two very, very good players. But Weber 31, Subban 27. The things that Subban does fits in Preds, what they're doing pretty well. It's going to be very interesting, but I think the Preds definitely get a good player out of this. Maybe the best defenseman in the NHL, and a guy who fits in very well with what they want to do moving forward. All right, we need to take a break. When we come back, we'll switch some gears, and we will talk OVC Football Media Day. Hear from TSU head coach Rod Reed as well. Stay tuned. This is SportsLine on News Channel 5+.